Hyper Peaches! Welcome to our third episode. I'm Erica.
And I'm Joyce. Woo! Happy
Woohoo.
Wednesday, everybody. How are you?
I am tired because I just finished work.
Yes.
And I'm tired from all the laughing and chit-chatting with the friend next to me.
Dude, we've been ridiculous tonight. It was so hard to actually make a normal podcast, but we'll make it work today.
We spent 2 hours preparing
For nothing.
for just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
For just the first 3 minutes of it.
What else so you feel tired? You feel hyper?
I'm feeling all kinds of stuff, all kinds of emotions.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's midweek and
That's true.
And I got a little bit intimidated today.
By what?
So I was on my way to work,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at Chimsha Choi Station, and just to let you know, like people outside of Hong Kong, just a little bit of information for you guys. Chimsha Choi is normally a very like, how can I put it? Like a very crowded station, because it's like in the middle of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So normally at 9 a.m. peak hours, it's full of people, which I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But since COVID, it just like died down.
Yeah.
I go to work at 9. All I see is like max like 10 or 20 people in one cart. And then today, wow, like
10,000.
I got on the train at 9 a.m. and I don't have to squeeze in like sardine, but maybe like a semi-sardine. Like a mini one, like a baby one. And I was so surprised because I thought COVID's still on in Hong Kong.
I mean, it is.
But people just don't give a fuck anymore.
I think people are done.
I mean, can you blame them? I can't.
I mean, we're done.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm done.
everybody's done.
Dude, I was almost so prepared to go to the beach because I saw everyone is going to the beach
Oh, yeah.
on Instagram stories.
Yeah.
And then just when I thought, ooh, maybe I should join the party, FOMO, major FOMO.
Because it's getting warmer, the weather, so everybody's trying to do outdoorsy stuff. I feel the same. Like, I think I'm having weird, like, major FOMO about like everything, right? And like the main thing was like, I guess talking to my friends from the States, like their life is normal, and then we're like the opposite of that. It's more
to me, it's not normal anymore. It's just like it's a lot of wows. It's very entertaining.
yeah, for sure. So I feel like major FOMO because I won't say like I can't do the stuff that like I used to like go out of my way doing. Like now it's more like I can't even go out of my way of doing it because it doesn't make sense.
You can.
I mean,
no one has to know.
But
just don't come back
getting
home.
old.
So if you get COVID, it's just all on your own.
In Hong Kong, you mean?
Yeah, just go rent someplace. Don't come back.
That's so
Don't
sad.
spread it to anyone else.
so
Never
sad.
see anyone.
No, I mean just like, just like going, just a typical stuff like going on a trip and like we used to go to like Thailand or Taiwan just so easily for a weekend.
I know.
But now it's like going to mainland China or like Thailand will take you like at least a month.
Yeah.
For that back and forth. So just FOMO, and then I've just been tired as well. I think it's not even like, I get it, like working from home does make people tired. Like you think it's comfortable because there's a lot of perks for sure.
Well, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
FYI, I haven't worked from home.
You're the special one. You're the
all.
chosen one. You know? So just tired. I think everybody is tired these days because life is just so upside down. And then contradicting to that, like, I don't know, I feel inspired, but it's like,
in what ways?
not in like the like super happy way, and just like a very neutral, like I don't know, I've just been watching a lot of like design videos, and I've been very inspired with like new music that I shared with you, and I just feel very like in that like happy creative space where I just want to dive into those places. So it's like, I think that's my escape city now. It's like
Yeah.
It's like not actual places, but like by like a concept or like by a music or something that's stimulating to stimulate myself, you know.
I think everyone needs that. Like,
and they're finding
through that phase.
Yeah.
Just so you feel more, you know, more calm.
Yeah, for sure.
More peaceful on the inside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like we've been posting reels, we've been posting some polls on our Instagram, and like I think it's interesting because it's our first time to actually start something together on social media and like just seeing what the feedback is and exploring.
Honestly, I feel a little bit exposed.
I mean, normal. I feel the same. I feel super naked.
Yeah,
slightly naked.
I normally like to maintain a rather
low-key,
mysterious
subtle
profile.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like being goofy, being
that's
being
the real you.
That's real.
Yeah.
Being super raw on social media.
We never really truly showed that side of us on social.
Yeah, that's like exciting, but at the same time it's scary.
For sure.
Because you never know how people like feel about that, think about you, and how they would like see and say like anything about it.
Yeah.
As much as I try not to care about what other people think. or say, it's hard. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I'm human. I have feelings.
That's normal. And I guess just to compliment ourselves, I think we're both naturally self-aware people, right?
We are.
I mean, I'm talking about myself too. Like, I think I'm very like self-aware. I'm always very reflective on every conversation that I talk about, right? I'm always about like feelings and like how I feel or like why I feel this way or what I felt before, how I want to act in the future. So I think we're just very like self-aware people. It's not in a bragging way, but just like the way we live, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
it could be a good and bad thing, you know.
Yeah. So I think just when we this is such a new thing for us, we'll feel all these type of emotions that we never felt before. So that's why we're like, whoa.
I was telling you how like I recently listened to Uncle Roger's podcast. Nigel Ng.
Yeah.
So he had a podcast on Spotify called Hiya with Nigel Ng, and he's a really famous YouTuber. And how he made all those jokes, like all those completely, you know, he just doesn't set any boundaries.
No filters, no
filter
boundaries
at all. Like he made racism jokes.
Yeah.
He made jokes about like, you know, like sexism, pedophile, about politics, everything. And he even said that he was just like, oh, I'm not gonna like apologize for any of those things.
I meant what I say.
Yeah, because those are my feelings, and just if you want to be a hater, just be a hater. And I totally respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
It takes so much more to get to where he is.
I think he did take time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think everything in moderation. Law.
No,
everything in moderation. Like it's it's very good that we're getting feedback from other people. We really appreciate what everyone is saying.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I think me and you we've
tried to adjust our own mentality to take in all that they've said to us,
but also stay true.
Yes, to stay true to ourselves.
Exactly.
So speaking of that, I think I would say the two of us are we are very like self-aware, and also we reflect on ourselves.
We enjoy doing that as a daily activity.
Yeah, we always talk about how like in retrospect, how I should do something, how I like would have, like if I've done something, it would be like how would it be better?
Yeah, for sure.
And that is why I think
segue.
Yeah. I am excited to talk about our topic. Like today episode today, which is about our mid-20s.
I think this is a topic that we always wanted to talk about. One of the podcasts we for sure wanted to touch on this topic, and also we got feedbacks from Instagram that people voted for C, and that was the life in the 20s.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot the exact
No, it's
term.
fine. I don't remember either.
But
fully.
But like, are you surprised people are interested, like most interested in, out of the less than 10 less than 10 comments that we got?
Yeah, you're right. Like, I'm not super like, whoa, I'm super surprised, but I'm also very curious as to what exactly that means for them, right? Because there's so much topic.
Yeah, it's a really broad spectrum to explore. I think we can ask them again, like just to be, what specific topics are you interested in? Because it can tie to anything. Like it can be to a relationship in the 20s, or like things you eat, things you drink.
Yeah, it goes on and on the list.
Yeah,
so I think today is just like our version of how we want to express this topic. Yeah,
I think this episode is honestly is for our listeners, but at the same time is for ourselves. Yeah. It's for the future Joyce and Erica. Like, honestly, if I listen to this episode again in
10
like
years
10
later,
years, 20 years, I would be like, ooh, that's what the younger version of me think about life. How stupid I am, how immature my thinkings are. But at least I'm proud to say at this very moment, that's what I think.
Yeah, and you're proud of it.
I've
and
learned,
you own up to it.
At least so far. For my, you know, I don't want to say exact age, but mid-20s. Do your own math. That 95, laugh. Baby.
So basically what we did was like, these past few days, we're like, let's just be super reflective as we usually do. And like just each come up with like about 5 ideas and like just bounce off of each other's ideas, right? I think that's what we're... Okay. Sounds good.
Do you wanna? Yes, I want to kick off
kickstart
because I think this is the one thing that I honestly regret quite a lot. It's about saving up. I honestly think we should have started, like, not we, sorry, me.
Yeah,
because others might have already saved up a lot. They might be able to buy their own apartments in Hong Kong already.
Everyone's different.
Saving up earlier. Thing is, I have done like couple part-time jobs back in college years, and I would say at that time my monthly income is pretty decent. It's not bad for a college student.
Yeah,
but I haven't saved a single penny, and I wasted them all. I mean, I wouldn't even have regretted it if I have done something more meaningful. Like, I wouldn't regret it if I have spent it on a trip or on something valuable. But all I've done is like either eating out or buying like fast fashion stuff. Like, I bought a lot of Cotton On. Asian, which I don't understand why I've done that, because I basically threw out all of my clothes now. Like, not threw, I donated it, but still, it's like I should have like invested it. I shouldn't have wasted it.
Totally agree.
I just feel I'm just super like regretful about it, because my sister, she has done a lot of savings, and I think she's pretty rich. She's a rich woman, and while I'm just like here like always not having enough for stuff that I really want to do. And like, to anyone who is still in their early, like in their 18, when they're 18 or 19, you should really start doing something about
whether
it,
it's little or a lot of money, whether it's little, just little amount, just start saving up and like probably looking in the future what potentially you're interested in investing. And just like, I would say like a daily job, like it's a stability income, but to expand that you have to do much more.
Exactly.
You know, and I think just taking like 5 minutes a day to like give yourself knowledge on the internet about investing would help you, you know.
You wouldn't even know what you need in the future.
For sure.
You might think, oh, that's not like, all I need is some money for like food, for beverages, for like, you know, travels, whatever. But no, when you're in demand for some money and you don't have it, that's when you regret.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the first thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've learned and I regret. And I think it's not too late to start now. I'm trying my best, but I still wish I could have done it earlier. Yeah, so
never too late to start now, to be honest.
Not too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about investing, I'm gonna segue. I think for me, it's like I've been very like reflective on like my interests, and I think one thing that I wish I started earlier was just investing on my passion and my like interest in like whether it's sports, whether it's like arts, whether it's like every things that like drive your happiness.
But haven't you invested in like your interest
not enough
at a pretty early age?
I did, but it was like kind of like what we talked about. It was more like everything but little bit. So it's like, I
really diverted in your interests.
Yes. Okay. I wished I was more specific and tailored to like one or two like niche, and just like train and then be like excel in it, right? Because right now I feel like I'm old, so I'm like still at that exploring age, whereas if I started 10 years ago, I could have been like on a more advanced level.
I totally understand what you feel,
right?
Because like I always have that one thought.
Yeah.
Say if I were to that's very stupid, but say if I were to like participate in Miss Hong Kong 2020 whatever.
Yeah.
If you know how they always have that talent show.
Yeah.
The talent show
yeah,
session.
The segment, yeah.
Yeah. And I would have nothing. Literally nothing that I can really be proud of.
You
and
could
perform.
pretend you're, at a karaoke and just sing your favorite J.
Everyone can
song.
sing.
True. Everybody does singing too, not to like bash people.
And that's why it's very
hard.
like it's not something special.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's why I understand what you mean. Like if you can really excel in something.
Yeah. So I also think like investing in your interests is very important for your happiness, and just I think it's very healthy to find people that are within that community, within that group, because you guys are all aspiring for the same goal, and that's very rare to find elsewhere, because you don't get that vibe from like your friends or your like colleagues. It's a different environment to create to build a family.
Yeah.
So I think, in a sense, that's finding your belonging in somewhere in this society. I think that's good.
Wait, so right now, I can say like your interests would be dancing and like wake surfing too, but wake surfing is more like a more recent interest.
Yeah, I would say so. Supplementary.
Yeah, but then so if you were to start it, like say you were to start it at the age of 18, would you have still picked dance?
Dance for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not afraid.
Wow, the dancing.
Yeah.
joys.
I mean, I think I always liked it. It's just like I didn't have the resource. I didn't know where to go, where the access and everything. It was like felt like a lot of boundaries.
Yeah.
And because I was studying abroad,
Yeah.
it was harder to find a really solid platform.
And like every time you come back to Hong Kong, it's just for a really short.
Yeah, so it's
period
on
of
and off.
time.
It's not consistent.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't regret it for like staying consistent now. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing, because I know what this is important for me.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Yeah,
Like
never
I've been
too
to
late.
2 of your showcases, and you're really like you're amazing at it. So
Thank you.
yeah, I'm proud of my my dancing friend.
You know
my
what's-
dancer friend.
You know what's more amazing?
Having a friend like me.
Your skin.
Like, okay. I learned that my skin condition, actually, like, overall, throughout the lifetime, skin condition, it's so much more important than the makeup skills or the amount of makeup that you can put, like a woman can put on her face, her body.
Yeah.
And why would I say so? It's because I genuinely think that beauty just doesn't last, in the sense that you would never, you would not stay beautiful as ever. But if you do like maintain a very like
Good
radiant,
ratio,
like glowing skin, it does make you look more youthful. I mean, who would, like, what kind of woman would want to be in their 50s and hear people saying that, ooh, like, look at all those wrinkles on her face and stuff. Like, of course it's normal. It's normal to have wrinkles, but you would want to stay just, youthful. Yeah.
I agree with that.
So if I were to give a person under 20 maybe some advice about her skin, I would just say, first, don't underestimate the power of SPF. Seriously.
Yeah.
I love tanning. No, I don't well, I love tanning, though I don't go out to get tan very often because of other skin conditions. But even if you love it, just put on some sunscreen.
Yeah,
to avoid any kind of skin cancer whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also, never fall asleep with your makeup on.
Dude, that's so bad.
It's so bad.
I think I've tried once.
Yeah.
At least once.
At least once.
And my skin felt ridiculously bad the next day.
It feels like
no amount of skincare saved that night.
Seriously.
Yeah. So never, no matter how drunk or how tired you are, priority 1, take off your makeup.
Take off your makeup. Yeah. Maybe just like put your the makeup remover and the cotton right next to your bed.
That's true. I also want to add, I think skincare, having a skincare ritual now is starting to become trendy in a sense because lockdown, COVID, self-care, people are making skincare more fun. Taking care of skin is a fun aspect in your life, whereas before it feels very draining, not much fun education around it, so people are very receptive about it. But now it's more on the trendy train.
Yeah, that's true. So because you can't even go out to do facials.
Exactly. So why not just take care of your skin at home,
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I'm happy for that. I like that.
It's kind of a time, I don't know, when you have nothing else to do, might as well just take care of your skin.
I think that also ties into one of the things that I've learned too is just on a broader scheme than yours, be just selfish to take care your skin for sure, and just your mind, your body, what you set your goals, who you choose to be around with, your friends, your close ones. And why I say be selfish in a nice way, it's just that you want to find things that help you build confidence within you. And I just think that you can only be 100% of yourself when you take care of yourself first, then you take care of others. Where I learned that was from the airplane safety demonstration. Put on your own oxygen mask first before you assist others.
Oh wow, damn. So actually we have kind of taken in this knowledge, this piece of knowledge from a very young age.
Yeah, for sure.
And we just never realized it.
It could go so many ways.
Just broke it out.
Exactly. I tied it in.
Damn.
So I think so many stimulations around us when we were young were given to us, but we never knew how to tie it in until we're in our 20s. We know what is right for us, and then we tie all these kind of what do you call it, rules or guidelines, and make sense for us. So I think
makes sense.
I think that's something to keep in mind, and it's okay to be selfish and make sure you prioritize yourself, whatever way to take care of yourself. So
that's true. If you can't even love yourself, how are you supposed to love anyone else?
Exactly.
It's always true.
Yeah.
So there is one thing that I've learned, and thanks to my friend Claudia. If you're listening, Claudia, shout out to you. Because I think it's a very wise bunch of words from her. So there was one time, I mean, not just one time, because everyone had arguments with their parents.
Yeah, for sure.
And there was one time I was arguing with my parents about stuff, and we got into a fight, and I was telling her how blah 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 blah, blah and stuff, and then she was just like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but honestly, what you really need to realize is that no matter how old or no matter how young or old they are, your parents are just being parents for the first time.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that really hits me, because when you're young, of course I don't blame you for not trying to understand others, like your parents, your peers, anyway, because you can't even understand yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
But then as you grow older, you are only always asking for them to understand you. You will always be thinking like, oh, why don't you try to see things from my viewpoints, in my shoes? Like, haven't you been young? Like, when you're young like me, you must have done things like this.
Yeah,
that is true. But at the same time, have you ever thought to like trying to understand them?
Yeah,
to see things from their point?
Yeah,
because I think like empathy is a two-way thing.
For sure.
Yeah,
I like that.
You can't try to just seek for their understanding.
Yeah.
But not trying to understand them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like that so much because so many of my 20s, I feel like I try so hard to change people.
Yeah.
I try so hard to change people to the version that I want them to be and that I will accept and like. But at the end of the day, it's really come down to you showing empathy and you accepting them for who they are.
For real.
And that also does take a lot of communication, and it's a two-way street, right? Yeah. And it's not only with parents, right? It's like with your friends. It's the first time me being in a long-term friendship with you, right? And it's like, how do we navigate that from now? Being really good friends since childhood to now working together. Yeah. How are we gonna work things out and keep going strong as friends too? And with boyfriends and girlfriends, like your significant others, like how do you navigate that? And how do you acknowledge that, oh, this is the first time they're in a relationship with someone like you? Yeah,
everyone is unique.
Exactly.
And most people are like in general more easier to take, like, to just be their true selves,
for sure,
in front of people they're closest with.
I like that.
So you tend to just take it out on your family or your boyfriends or girlfriends, which I think, well, just try not to. Like, unless they're being super unreasonable, then of course you should do something about it. But I like that. I think I really appreciate my friend telling me this. I need to hear
good constructive advice.
Yeah. Thanks to Claudia.
I think for me, it's like that definitely come across my mind too. And I think one of the biggest things when we came up with this topic, I was like, something that really stood out was like, I was very lost. And I think people around, like my close friends too, like some people who kindly shared to me like, oh, they're lost too in their 20s. And it became a very like prominent out there thing that everybody was very lost and everybody was just not knowing what the right path is, and tend to linger a lot.
I think especially these 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, definitely.
That kind of messes up everyone's plan.
Yeah.
Everyone feels lost.
Yeah, for sure. So I think for me, it's like I'm trying to learn that like it's okay to be lost and take the time that you need, but at the same time kind of know that it's when's the end to like stop lingering around and find some kind of push, whatever push that works for you. Push yourself and do the thing to guide you to kind of help you get out of this rut.
Yeah.
Because nobody is really gonna help you. Yeah. And it's the most important person is you, that you know how to effectively bring yourself out of that.
Agree.
Every single time and support yourself every single time.
Yeah.
It's
one thing to feel lost and not do anything about it.
Exactly.
And just like whine about it.
Exactly.
But it's another thing to feel lost, but trying as much as you can to improve the situation.
Exactly. Make it like a solution based thing, right? It's always their solution to a problem. Yeah. So whenever the problem arises, you can whine for like a day or two, and then just kind of like, okay, now I'm done. I'm tired of whining. What are some things that I could work on?
Exactly.
I just think.
Yeah, and it's okay if you still want to be feeling lost for no matter how long you want it to be. But if you pick this path, just don't keep whining about it. Yeah,
that's true.
Don't blame someone.
Yeah,
because of that path that you've picked.
I agree. I think a lot of that like feeling lostness too would also tie into like comparison, because we're so exposed to people's lives now. We're so engaged on our phone. It's like the comparison.
FOMO.
Exactly. The FOMO, the comparison is inevitable, right? It's like you're always constantly reminding yourself that, oh, people are prettier than me, people are doing better than me, people are making more money than me, people's abilities are better than me. And it's like you can always find ways to push yourself down when you're going through those things, right?
Yeah, it's like there's a Cantonese saying, it's called 冇比較冇傷害. And it's always true. When there's no comparison, there's no harm.
Yeah, exactly. So I think something to kind of take note is that what I've did for myself is like, just know that your personality and your abilities differ from other people, and kind of know, and kind of you can jot down or think in your head, like, what are some things you could bring to the table for others, what are some things you do for others, and what are some things you're proud of yourself, and just kind of look for those things to give yourself motivation, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's driving that bus.
Yeah,
you can't have other people to drive that bus for you, because they're gonna go to the wrong direction.
For sure.
So you have to know your destination and drive that bus, and find your foot in the ground, find time, find the pace, so you don't get, you don't have to get fixated on the finish line. Like, it's good to have goals, but once you reach a goal, there's always more things that you want to reach for. So life is not a finish game. Life is an ongoing journey.
It is. Like, there have been so many occasions where, because I like did another degree, 3-4 years of studies after I graduated from college, right? And like during those years, whenever I see like my college friends or like high school friends posting their like post-work meals, or like how they can spend money on like different luxurious goods or like trips, and I'm still a young dumb broke ass student, basically. I just can't help feeling, you can't help comparing yourself to them. And there are so many what if I just like get a job after graduation, what if I have picked like a 1-year master program, and then that's it, I can just like started working earlier, would I have like gotten to where they have gotten to right now? But I have to constantly remind myself, I can't do that, because like you said, it's a different path for everyone. But you don't know that when you're super young, right? Because you're so affected by everything. You're like, wow, everything is new information and stuff. But then as time goes on, you get older, you're like, okay, wait, I've been here before. I've thought about this path before. I'm comparing myself again for the 15,000th time. Maybe I should do something about it. I should change. And I think that's part of growing up. That's true. Damn, growing up is hard.
Tough job. And toughest job.
I mean, it takes a whole lifetime to grow.
Takes your whole lifetime, exactly.
Yeah. When you're 30 and you think like you know everything and you're super settled or whatever. You're not.
Totally agree.
You're just not. So yeah, I think for my next thing, it's something to do with interpersonal relationships and stuff.
Love that.
Never beg for anyone to stay in your life.
Elaborate.
But I really think that people, they fall apart because of their differences. They don't fall apart because of lack of time or whatever shitty reasons. Like if you have a current friend or like a boyfriend or girlfriend who like never finds time for you,
just an excuse,
dude. It's definitely an excuse. It's not because he doesn't have time or she doesn't have time. It's mostly because she doesn't want to find time for you. I mean, unless she's really, really busy. Unless she's like,
then that's also an issue.
Quarantining.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't unless you want to get COVID.
Yeah.
You don't want to force him to meet up with you. But other than that, I mean, of course, there are so many other exceptional reasons. But mostly, if people who take you seriously, they would find time for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
the
think
right people will find
their way
to get to you.
Because they care for you and they want you to notice them. They want your time, right? So it's like they're gonna make room no matter how busy they are because you're important in their life. And when you're an exception, that's when you know that you don't have to beg for them because they're just not worth your time. I think we both like. We're not gonna touch point like who exactly did that to you, but like I think we both experienced people that made us think this way, right?
Yeah, like I think it comes from like life experiences, from friends, from like previous relationships for sure. But there are just so many toxic people out there.
There is. You just have to filter out, you know.
Honestly, I mean, as much as I think that we have a whole lifetime going on, still you wouldn't want to waste time for people who just like are not right for you.
Yeah.
Don't adjust your boundaries for them.
Yeah.
Now I'm a pretty flexible person.
Are you?
For one. You want to find out?
No.
I am one, but then there is some point where I just like couldn't adjust my boundary even lower for those people. Yeah. And that's when you know.
Been there, done that.
They are just girl.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I think time tells too, right? Like,
yeah.
Like I think younger us is like we don't know what are the right and wrong people in our life. So we just let everybody in. It's like we're such an open door.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for me, right? It's like I'm because I don't have my priorities before, and I don't typically have things that I truly hate. So I just let everyone in, right? And then when there's like extreme people that come into my life, I'm like, okay, huge red flag. This doesn't feel this doesn't feel comfortable. And what I do is I just completely shut them off. Like, and I think now it's like I don't even have time for those people, like to meet those people anymore because I'm so content with the people that I have.
That's good for you.
And I mean for COVID too, it's harder to meet new people. So I mean I'm content with like the people that's around me anyway. So these things happen like really
COVID in a way helps you to like narrow down your list. Yeah. Your list of
priorities.
People, priorities or people worth not to be
for sure. For sure.
One good thing about COVID.
Yeah. And then just basically I think for me it's like lastly just like with everything that's going on and like now I thought, oh, COVID's gonna end 2022, like what the hell, like 2022 is like supposed to be the year that everybody's going and it's like now it's like like JK. So I think for me it's like,
you think I'm gone, I'm just gonna stick with you.
Exactly, the best friend that I never asked for. COVID is the best friend that I've never asked for, basically. So I mean on the good side is the only constant is change. And why I say that is
another quote from Joy.
Yes, put that on the wall, you know. And just like something that I've learned throughout my 20s is that, and from you specifically pointed out for me, is that I'm constantly changing, and especially in our 20s, I think it's okay to outgrow a place, a person, or a career, make a bold career move. Just like we said, what is not yours does not feel right, and definitely this path will take time to find your place, and I'm not the same person that I was last year. So but like along this way, like I've learned that now I've been even more mindful of the way I act. Maybe before I've acted more recklessly or in a dumber way or like in a more unsensible way, but I'm just trying to be as kind and humble and respectful as I go through these changes. Does it make any sense?
It
like
does.
Like you could change, you could like end a friendship in a very like abrupt and mean way, or you could do it in a very just polite and like honest, real, genuine, kind way.
Wait, so are you saying that like you're trying to do it in a like mean way or what? Like
now I'm learning to be more respectful of the other person.
Oh, okay. That's your change of like
that's
attitude.
Change of attitude when I'm changing through these things. So it's like it's
part of growing.
It's part of growing, yeah. Because change is like, for me especially, it's very uncomfortable for me. I'm a very creature of habit. And maybe you're too, but I'm even more.
Yeah, that's something that I never I honestly I've never realized. Not until when I started working.
Like you think I studied abroad and like I'm very open-minded. Yeah, I mean, it opened my eyes, you know. But it's like, but I'm open my eyes. But that's about it.
Sleep.
But that's about it. My mind is still closed. I'm still closed-minded. So it's like, it's a personality thing.
Closed closet.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a closed-minded. If I'm a closed-minded person naturally, I have to actually tell myself in front of my face that accepting change is okay, and it's part of growing. Like, it's a constant reminder, because it's not just an automatic switch for me.
I'm pretty opposite from you on that sense.
Yeah, we're so different.
I'm pretty prone to changes. Like, I wouldn't even, like, I do have that sense that, oh, maybe it's for the better or for worse, but I'm just like, I'll just do it. If it's not too obviously bad, I'll just do it. But sometimes it leads to mistakes and regrets, but well,
no good or bad thing.
Let me just sum it up with my last valuable lesson in here, which is everyone is gonna end up alone, so better get used to it. It sounds really like loner vibe, but I'm telling you guys, I'm not trying to put a very like dreadful or miserable message here. I'm just thinking what I'm thinking is that, because people are so reliant on each other, like couples who are so reliant on each other, or just like friends in general, and there's nothing wrong about it. I love my friends, I love my boyfriend, I love my family, but then I think I always have that feeling where people are just like alone, and in the sense where when you go to work, you're alone. You meet a bunch of new people, new coworkers. You're alone dealing with this. When you like have to go through something, like when you go study abroad, when you go live abroad, before you meet any friends, you are alone on your own, right? And even whenever you like start meeting a group of new people, you started resonating with them, it's still different. Like, everyone is unique. They would not know what's in your head, what you have really like gone through before, what you are going through, what you will go through. And so what I'm trying to say here is that just try to be independent. Don't have that kind of thinking where I can't live without someone, because you can. Like, no one is ever born or have to go through life with someone in their company.
I agree.
Just grow up, man. Because the only one really to have to share the whole life journey with is yourself. And so I think it's important to build up a relationship with yourself. And super cliche, but when you are complete on your own, then you have others to enhance your life rather than just to complete you because you are incomplete. I think that would make every relationship worse than how it should be.
I like that, because this conclusion, like this when you say like everyone ends up alone, it doesn't necessarily, like, it may come off at first like ooh, but like after hearing what you said, it's actually a very beautiful thing, and like it's very optimistic, because
just don't be afraid of that.
I think it also, like, with all the lists that came out today, and we talked about the points that we talked about, it just really brings out the whole idea of like being comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your own skin, comfortable with your own decisions.
Yeah.
And everything comes down to self-love
yeah.
and being true to yourself.
Yeah.
And
I think
knowing you.
Everyone has said that word too much these days. It becomes just a trend. But people started to forget about what the true meaning of self-care or self-love is.
Yeah.
Because it's a very like vague concept to really
That's true.
To master it.
Yeah. So these are just some tips for you to work on.
Yeah, I'm sorry for this. This one is rather long. This episode is rather long, but
yeah. Do you
let
guys
us
like
know.
this? Like, let us know, right?
Yeah.
In our DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
We just like talking that this.
Would you prefer a shorter episode, or if you don't mind, listen to us share more?
Let us know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we hope your day is as peachy as this episode. So yeah,
make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's just Hyper Peaches, the username of it, and like this podcast on Spotify and iTunes. And if you have any kind of comment or suggestions to us, you can comment or DM us on any of those social media platforms as well. So we'll just talk to you in the next one. Bye.